Leader, it's time for Big Board Sports with Eric Sullivan.
What's up, everybody? What a night at Mike Carter Field for the White House Wildcat baseball team. A win over Frisco Liberty, and they would advance to the state tournament for the first time in school history. Look at the crowd tonight, all Wildcats. I love their student section. They came all out. Let's get to the action. Starting pitcher Ryan Cheatham was on his game. Big strikeout right there to end the first inning. He was a stud all night long. Let's get to some offense. Michael Nuon at the plate here, and he's going to hit this one to shortstop. Takes kind of a wild bounce, but he's so fast he's able to hustle into second base. White House is in business now with Patrick Mahomes at the plate. This is the guy you want. Now, he doesn't get all of this one, but it's deep enough. And then check out Mr. Nuon hustling home. He just gets in there, kind of fights the ball out of the catcher's hands. Smart play, 1-0. White House with the lead. Back to Ryan Cheatham in a jam here in the second. Bases loaded. The nasty sinker right there. He gets out of the inning. He was probably your MVP tonight, but Rex Sweeney's going to give him some insurance right here. He singles. Nate Brooks comes around to score 2-0. Next batter's Aaron Clemens. You got to be patient at the plate. That's a wild pitch. Here comes Mr. Michael Nuon again. 3-0 at this point, and let the party begin, folks. White House is headed to state. 6-1 your final score. What a thrill. Here are the players and Coach Jenkins.
It's one heck of a ride. We're excited. The celebration was the best part, you know.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Sunday night CBS 19 Big Ticket. Eric Sullivan here, and it was a must-win Sunday for the Cowboys, and only the Cowboys could make it as dramatic as it was up in Washington. Here's a look at tonight's rundown. We got all your highlights and interviews from that must-win for the Cowboys. Also, the Texans and their 12-game losing streak had to deal with Peyton Manning today. It wasn't pretty. Also, the NFL playoff picture took a little bit of a turn this Sunday. We'll show you all of that, and not so good news for the Texas Longhorns just a week before their Alamo Bowl game. Well, it's been another disastrous December so far for the Dallas Cowboys. A blown loss to the Bears and then a blown lead to the Packers last Sunday at home. The confidence of this team is really in question right now, but believe it or not, a win today would keep them alive in the postseason. Let's get to FedEx Field up in Washington. First quarter, DeMarco Murray pounds it in for the touchdown. He had 96 yards on the ground. Cowboys up 7-0. Second quarter, it's 7-6 now. Romo doing what Romo does. Escapes the pass rush, lets it fly, and Dez Bryant, what a catch right there. Touchdown Cowboys, 14-6. We go to the third now. It's 14-13, and here comes another disastrous December. Alfred Morris, touchdown. Washington takes the lead, and now in the fourth quarter, they're up 23-14. Look at Romo, clearly hurt in the fourth quarter, but he sticks it out, and how about this on fourth down to keep the drive alive, hits Cole Beasley. That would lead to a Dan Bailey field goal. It's 23-17. 3:50 to go. Come on, Cowboys defense. You have to have a stop, and they get it. Orlando Scandrick, Johnny on the spot to knock it away. So the Cowboys have their shot. And look at Romo on a bad leg, scrambling out of the pocket. And look at that wide open Terrence Williams. That is good for 51 yards. Next play, Romo, quick pass to Dez Bryant. He does some work right here, gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. 1:50 to go. Third down, DeMarco Murray. What are you doing? He would lose 9 yards. It's fourth down now. Cowboys have to have a touchdown to take the lead. What is going to happen? Romo, can he get some redemption here for December? Scrambles out again, and look at that. Redemption for DeMarco Murray. Unbelievable touchdown. Cowboys take the lead. 24-23, dramatic win. Romo's 23rd career game-winning drive that ties the legendary Roger Staubach. The Cowboys will once again play for a playoff spot next Sunday, the season finale against Philly. Here's the reaction afterwards.
Felt like an elimination game for us, and obviously leading up to it, we needed to win this football game.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for staying up late with us for this edition of the CBS 19 Big Ticket. Well worth it after today's incredible final round of the Masters from Augusta National. We have another first-time major winner. They got to put on that famous green jacket. Complete coverage, highlights, and reaction coming up from the Masters, as well as the Texas Rangers. They were at Seattle looking to get their fourth straight series win to start the season. Dirk and the Mavs are at New Orleans, hopefully getting to shave those beards. We'll tell you about that, plus a big night for Dirk. We'll also recap NASCAR's visit to Texas Motor Speedway late last night, and the great Earl Campbell was in Tyler this week for another big-time award. The injury bug and whether or not Coach Garrett is boring or not. That's been the top two stories so far after 2 days of Cowboys training camp. One bright spot, though, and it comes in the form of a 73-year-old. Monty Kiffin has been brought in to revive this Cowboys defense, and after seeing him in 2 days of action, one thing's for sure, this 73-year-old, he doesn't need to be reviving at all.
You love it or you like it. God dang it, you better love it. If you like it, get in some other profession, okay? I got to go, guys.
Hey, two of the best wide receivers to come from East Texas back in Tyler this past month. Trey McGuire and Jeremy Chappelle are getting ready for what should be a breakout season for both guys in the 2013 college football season. McGuire, of course, former White House star, now with Oklahoma. Chappelle plays at Mississippi State. He used to be a star at Brook Hill. They're training with our good friend Kelly Hitchcock over at K&H Fitness. He's working them hard, putting them through the ropes right there, and the guys say that's exactly what they want.
Oh, yeah, he pushed us a lot. We in here 4 days a week, sometimes 5 days a week, you know.
All right, thanks, Kelly. Thanks, Trey. Thanks, Jeremy. Star of the game at Mike Carter, this little guy, 6-year-old Jet Moore. He's got 3 months of leukemia treatment coming up, but he has a fastball. Patrick Mahomes has said, hey, Coach Jenkins, let's suit him up. He's a heck of a pitcher there. What a thrill for Jet right there, and way to go, White House Booster Club and the fans to help that young man out. 10 a.m. We got more. Mineola, Lufkin Hudson for a state championship. I'm in sports heaven right now.
Feeling good about it.
You bet. Thanks. A great story here. The best soccer player to ever come from the East Texas area has decided to come back to the USA instead of playing in Europe. Clint Dempsey is now a member of the Seattle Sounders. This is a big deal for the team captain of USA Soccer to be back in the USA leading the Sounders. And when you listen to his press conference, he's glad to be wearing the, was that aqua? Some kind of green there, but he's glad to be home.
It felt like it was a movie. I've never felt so welcome and so at home.
For Big Board Sports with Eric Sullivan.
What's up, everybody? The Gilmore Buckeyes took on Navasota today at the Class 3A Division II state championship game. Coach Traylor and the Bucks looking for their 3rd state championship in school history. The Cowboys Stadium we go. Pretty scoreless early in this one. Trying to get that running game established. Chase Tate with the nice run off to the left side right there. But no score for the Buckeyes. And then how about the Gilmer defense? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Buckeyes there to make the tackle. Here we go to the second quarter now, and it's going to be Tanner Barr over the middle, and what a catch by Jaden Parrish right there. More Jaden. He's got hands of gold. Gilmer in scoring position, and then beautiful job by Tanner selling the screen right here. He gets it to Mr. Speed. That would be Chris Boyd. I tell you what, if Chris could have slipped away and got 7 right there, we might have had a different game. They settle for a Pablo Olivares 29-yard field goal. Then Navasota just goes nuts right here. Kadarius Baker touchdown, making it 13-3. And then, wow, Darian Randall, 52-yard scamper, 20-3 at this point. Final score, 39-3. The Buckeyes go down. It's been a tough 2 days for East Texas. No state championships for the first time in over a decade. With more on the Buckeyes, here's our Emily Gagnon from Cowboy Stadium.
Eric,
he got to go to the Texans now, and their nightmare season got even worse today with Peyton Manning and the Broncos coming to H-Town. 12 losses in a row for the Texans, and Manning gunning for the single-season touchdown record. Here we go early on. It's Peyton just going right through that Texas defense. A little play action. Goes to his main man here, Demaryius Thomas. Touchdown. 48 on the season. This will be his 3rd touchdown right here. Beautiful ball to only Eric Decker. He hauls it in. That is touchdown number 50. Fourth quarter is 30-13. Manning says, I'm going to break this record right now. Passes the great Tom Brady, hits Julius Thomas. 51 touchdowns. He still has a game to play, by the way. This was the 13th straight loss for the Texans. They will close out the season at Tennessee next Sunday. 37-13, your final there. Big one here. Saints at Panthers. Number 2 seed in the NFC at stake. And look at the rain at Carolina. Jennifer showed you that fan. It was getting all wet, but it was Drew Brees in the fourth quarter going up high to the basketball player Jimmy Graham. He hauls it in. They take the lead 13-10, but with 25 seconds left, here comes Cam Newton, finds his man Dominique Hickson. That is the game winner, folks. Luke Kuechly for the Panthers had 24 tackles in this football game. 17-13 is your final. They take over the number 2 seed. lead, Carolina does. Tyler native Matt Flynn starting again today against the Steelers. Pretty much a must-win. Early on, Matt doing a good job here at the goal line, finding Jarrett Boykin for the touchdown, 232 yards. That touchdown and interception. Fourth quarter, though, it's 31-all. Matt would love to have this one back. Rushing for the first down, he loses the football. Pittsburgh would score, taking a 7-point lead, but Flynn gets him right back down the field, and with 2 seconds left, just misses Boykin. Incomplete. Packers fall 38-31, but believe it or not, they are still alive. Okay, we're down to the final week of the regular season. In the NFC, there is still a lot of work to do for the playoff tree there. Here's a look at the latest standings. Seahawks #1, Panthers now #2, but keep in mind, the Saints aren't out of the running yet to get that #2 seed. They need some help, though. The Bears got hammered tonight. They'll play the Eagles. The Bears and Packers will play next Sunday, and then, of course, you have the winner between the Cowboys and Eagles for that #3 seed and a home playoff game, whoever wins that game. Oh, can't wait for next Sunday. All right, let's get a break in here on the CBS 19 Big Ticket. Up next, we're going to look back at that Kilgore Bulldog playoff run, and not good news for Longhorn football concerning an East Texas player. We'll be right back. This Thursday was the Dallas Cowboys' first day off from training camp, but that has not stopped the 200-plus media members from still talking about how dominant Dez Bryant looks. In 2012, 92 catches, over 1,300 yards, and 12 touchdowns. Now, that's impressive, but it's only a taste of what number 88 can do.
I believe he could be awesome. I think Dez can have a Pro Bowl year.
He's a rare specimen.
The Cowboys have only been on the practice field for 4 days now, and East Texas native Dez Bryant is turning everyone's head.
Comfortable, having fun, trying to come out and try to be the best I possibly can, and trying to bring out, the best in my teammates.
I've been saying this the last couple of days. A lot of people have talked about Dez's year last year, but he had a good rookie year, and certainly he got better and better last year, but he's shown a lot of really good traits since he's come into this league.
The great Michael Irvin, the playmaker, watched Dez practice on Wednesday and says 2,000 yards receiving is a possibility. For Dez, he's not into numbers.
And really into, trying to, compete to go against, a certain player, but like I said, I'm going to make sure I be the best at what I do.
Bryant has just been abusing 2 pretty good corners in camp so far, Mo Claiborne and Brandon Carr. Claiborne says there's no answer to keep him from catching the football.
It don't matter if you have tight coverage. Sometimes he still come away with balls. It just makes us both better, and I believe we're competing at a high level.
I'll tell you what makes him extra special is the passion that he plays with, the heart that he plays with. He's just a fun guy to coach.
He has all these physical traits. He's big, strong, physical. He's quick. He can run. He's got great body control, but he also has a feel for the game. Watch him track a football. He just sees it.
All of this has been fun to watch and makes Cowboy fans very excited, but this is Dez Bryant. Trouble has found him in the past, but he claims those days are long gone.
I felt like whenever all that stuff was over, with the incident with my mom, I felt like everything was on the right path. Truth be told, I love this game so much. Even if we wasn't getting paid, I'd still probably be out and set a football pads. It's what I love to do. And you got to have a strong passion.
It's very much worth noting that in that interview, Dez Bryant did say the Cowboys saved his life back in 2011 when they drafted him, and he fully intends to return the favor with a all-pro-like 2013 season. From Oxnard, California, side of Dallas Cowboys training camp, Eric Sullivan, CBS 19 Sports. Jamie and Anthony right here in the pit. This is where the fans line up to try and get those autographs, yell and scream for their favorite player. And the one thing we've noticed over the last few years that in the pits here, there's more women than ever. In fact, the last 20 years, the women's movement for the NFL has taken the NFL to a whole new level.
Well, they're the Dallas Cowboys, like the biggest team in USA.
Robin Woyth is Director of Sales and Marketing for the Dallas Cowboys, and she says getting the women's movement was something they planned on 20 years ago, and, of course, leading the way, the Dallas Cowboys.
The ladies love NFL football, and the Dallas Cowboys especially. As you know, we're America's team.
Just the way they play and how they are in their tight uniforms.
So you're that big of a Cowboy fan?
My husband is.
So you're not?
I am, but he's the big-time Cowboy fan, and I go for the team he goes for.
The NFL is the most profitable sport in the world, and as Robin Woyth tells us, the women's movement for the NFL is a major reason why.
I've watched it for probably most of my life.
So you kind of
Yeah, I get into it, play fantasy football.
Do I get a hint on the next big apparel item for the ladies?
You know, well, you're looking at a little bit of it today. Our new Nike deal has done a lot for us, and it's much, much better. But no lingerie, sorry to say.
Jamie and Anthony, I'll do my best to get the latest apparel from the Dallas Cowboys back to Tyler when we return this coming weekend. From Cowboys training camp in Oxnard, Eric Sullivan, CBS 19 Sports.